All right. Welcome back, everyone. Ready for another deep dive. Today, we're tackling something that can seem pretty complex on the surface, but is incredibly important for any investor looking to level up their strategy.
You got it. We're talking about Forex, the foreign exchange market.
Exactly. And we'll break down what it is, why you should care, and how you can actually use it to your advantage, even if you're not a Wall Street whiz.
That's good.
So to kick things off, what exactly is Forex? For someone who's maybe only ever exchanged currency at the airport, what's really going on in this massive market?
Well, imagine that currency exchange at the airport, but magnified, like 1,000,000 times over. It's a global marketplace where currencies are constantly being traded against each other.
So like dollars for euros, yen for pounds, all happening 24/7.
Yep, pretty much. It's the largest and most liquid financial market in the world, and it impacts everything from international trade to, well, your investment portfolio.
Okay, so now I'm getting a little more interested. How does Forex actually affect individual investors like myself? We're always talking about diversifying our portfolios with stocks and bonds.
Yeah.
But where does Forex fit into all of that?
Great question. Think about it this way. Most of us invest in companies based in our own country, right?
Right. Yeah.
So if you're in the U.S., a big chunk of your portfolio is probably tied to the U.S. dollar.
Makes sense.
But what happens if the dollar weakens, like against the euro?
I guess my investments would take a hit.
Exactly. And that's where Forex comes in. You could actually use Forex to hedge against that risk by, say, shorting the euro-dollar pair.
Wait, hold on. Shorting?
Yeah, basically, you're betting that the euro will weaken against the dollar. So if the dollar does drop, your gains on that Forex trade could potentially offset the losses in your stock portfolio.
Ah, I see. It's like an insurance policy for your investments.
Pretty much.
That's clever.
Yeah.
But, okay, let's be real for a second. Forex has a bit of a reputation for being volatile and maybe even a bit risky, right?
Well, there's definitely a higher level of risk compared to some other investments.
So is it really suitable for individual investors?
It definitely can be. The key is to understand how to participate in a way that aligns with your risk tolerance and investment goals.
So we're not talking about day trading here.
Not necessarily. I mean, active trading requires a lot of specialized knowledge, and it's really not for everyone.
Right. Makes sense.
But for individual investors, there are actually simpler ways to get involved in Forex.
Like what?
Well, for example, you could consider managed accounts. That's where professional traders handle your Forex investments for you.
Oh, interesting. So you're kind of outsourcing the expertise.
Exactly. And another option is to look into ETFs, exchange-traded funds, that focus specifically on currencies.
ETFs. Now, those I'm familiar with.
They're a really accessible way to get exposure to Forex because they're traded just like stocks.
Right. And they provide instant diversification, too, because they hold a basket of different currencies.
Exactly. So you're not putting all your eggs in one basket, so to speak.
I like it. It sounds like Forex can be a valuable tool for hedging against currency risk.
Yep.
But you also mentioned something about diversification earlier. How does Forex help with that, beyond just spreading your investments across different currencies?
Well, think about emerging markets. Places like Brazil, India, China, they have currencies too, right?
Right.
And sometimes investing in those currencies can provide a way to tap into the growth potential of those economies in a way that you might not be able to do just with traditional stocks or bonds.
So it's like adding another dimension to your portfolio, potentially tapping into opportunities that you wouldn't have access to otherwise.
Exactly.
Wow, okay. I'm starting to see the appeal here. But before we wrap up, what's the one key takeaway you'd want our listeners to remember about Forex?
I'd say the most important thing is to do your research. Forex can be a fantastic tool, but like any investment, it's not without risks. Understand those risks.
So just jump in head first.
Right. Explore the different ways to participate, like those managed accounts or ETFs, and then decide if it makes sense for you, for your specific goals and risk tolerance.
Love it. Sound advice. Okay, listeners, now that you've had a crash course in Forex and how it can be a powerful tool for even individual investors,
It is.
I want to leave you with something to think about. If you had to pick one currency that you think has the most potential in the coming year, what would it be? Do some research, check out economic forecasts, think about global trends. You might be surprised by what you discover.
Definitely.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into Forex. Until next time.
See ya.
Bye.